Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. Here we are together again on the radio. And welcome to our friends in Baltimore on Live 105.7, where you hear us every night beginning at 7. And there's a lot of things about this show you don't know, a lot of things about me you don't know. And frankly, you're saying, why do I give a rat's ass? And maybe you shouldn't. But for those who are curious, for those who wonder why I got a radio show, those who wonder who the hell is this guy anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself as we go here. Now, in this hour, I want to talk to you about something that we've discussed on this show many times in the past. Many listeners who've been with us for a while know this about your host, that being me. I am an atheist. Atheist is a person who does not believe in a supreme being of any kind. No deities, no gods. We do not worship doorknobs like they recommend in Alcoholics Anonymous to the people who don't believe in God. We do not worship anything. That's what an atheist is. Atheists do not believe in the same dogma. We don't all believe the same thing. There's one thing we all agree on. There's no God. Now, in my personal beliefs as an atheist, I don't choose to shove those down your throat. I don't try to get you to believe what I believe. A lot of people, because they are, for example, Christian, and Christian religions require proselytization. Yes, that is the $10 word of the day on the Tom Leykis show. They require you to go out and proselytize, meaning they require you to go out and try to get new members. I just have to tell you about the Lord, Jesus Christ. I mean, I have to tell you, I know you're my friend. I try not to talk about it, but now it's just so obvious. You need to know about the Lord. That, people who are Christian believe they have to do that, and therefore they believe that other religions do that, or that atheists or agnostics do that. I don't know what others do. I don't care what you believe. What you believe is your business. I won't interfere with it. I won't make laws against it. We have a free country. Freedom of religion. Freedom of religion means also freedom from religion. So I would not stop you from being religious. I would stop you from being religious at school or in a public office building. I would try to stop you from putting In God We Trust on our money or putting the word God anywhere in our national anthem or places like that. But for you to exercise whatever belief you have, it's okay with me. Far be it from me to rain on your parade. But I just don't happen to believe in any of that stuff. I happen to believe that religion is a series of fairy tales, that each one reflects the culture of the country in which the fairy tale was created. Buddhism is a lot like Asia. Hinduism is a lot like India. Christianity is a lot like England. It's a lot like the United States, depending on which sect of Protestantism or Catholicism you believe in. Mormonism is very definitely Utah. Religions all reflect the cultures of the people who created them. They are created by people. There's no doubt about that. And I just happen to believe that all these cute little fairy tales that were written to explain how the earth was created were written just because people, because they are human, they need to have an explanation for everything. And therefore, when they can't think of an explanation, they'll simply make one up. So it is my belief, I don't care if you live in Baltimore or Vancouver or the cities where we've been heard for so long, Dallas, Los Angeles, Seattle, Portland, wherever, Las Vegas, Reno. I don't care what city you're in. But I'm sure there are people who just started listening. I'll bet that there are many people out there who think they've never met an atheist. In reality, atheists tend to keep a very low profile. A lot of people don't like us very much. We couldn't get elected to public office. You'll never see an atheist president. And if there ever is an atheist president, he'll say he's a Lutheran or something, but he'll really be an atheist. Come on. In radio, there's a lot of agnostics and atheists, but many of them, after they visit the general manager's office, come out and realize they've become Christian. That or lose their jobs. There are more atheists and agnostics in the radio business and in the TV business than you'd care to think about. Trust me. Dean, I never did hide it. I did have the owner of a radio station call me in once and say to me, why do you have to say that? Why do you have to say that? And I said to him, why do you have to say you're a Jew? Why do people need to know that? And we went back and forth for a while, and that was it. I continued to say I was an atheist on the air, but he didn't like it. Bottom line. Anyway, you may think you've never met an atheist. You may have questions about atheism. I am the resident atheist on this program. This segment is called Ask the Atheist. And we do it about every 6 weeks or so on an irregular basis. And I realize that we've gone on in a few new markets recently where people are not aware of my atheism. They have not heard the Ask the Atheist segment before. And so now is the time. If you've got questions for an actual bona fide atheist, this is your opportunity. Sound like a show? At 1-800-5800-TOM. All right, it's Ask the Atheist. I am the atheist. It's Dave on a cell phone on Ask the Atheist. Hello, Dave.
Tom, you're the man.
Thank you.
Hey, how did you become an atheist?
I didn't become one. I always was one.
You always were one. Interesting. Yes. I was just thinking to myself as you were saying that, I was like, hell, I may be an atheist.
Mm-hmm. My parents, specifically my mother, tried to raise me a Catholic.
Yeah.
But I never believed any of that stuff. Not ever. Not for a minute. Not for a second. Not ever.
I'm on the same wave path, man. I was raised Catholic, switched to Jehovah's Witness, then dated a chick that was a Mormon. They're all freaking hypocrites, man.
Well, there's a lot of that out there.
So I think I'm on the same path. I don't know for a fact, but I think I'm an atheist.
Well, good luck to you. You got to do a little thinking. That's part of how you decide what your religious beliefs are or are not. You really have to kind of, it's like a cliche, but you really have to sit like on a cliff and think about it for a while and come up with what you feel. It's Paul on a cell phone. Paul, you're on the Tom Leykis show. It's Ask the Atheist. Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Tom. You have a great show. I enjoy it very much.
Thank you, Paul.
My question is, where does the soul leave the body when it leaves, when you die? Where does it go?
Well, I don't believe there's such a thing as a soul.
Okay, so where do you go after the person has died? Anybody? Do you know where? Have you any idea where it might go?
Yeah, into the ground.
Just under the ground.
Right.
So you don't. So the question I might have here is, you don't believe you can come back so many lifetimes?
No.
Never.
No.
Is that it? It's gone, over with, done with.
No. You know what? Reincarnation's for losers. You know, if your life isn't good enough today, that's why you start wishing to come back as something else later on.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what? It's all an excuse for losers. Most religion is an excuse for losers. You know what? Make this one life you have great and stop banking on future lives.
I agree. I didn't say I believe in that.
No, I'm just talking about people in general who believe in this stuff.
Yes, I understand. So what about the psychics to tell us different stories about lifetimes and this and that?
I don't believe in any of that stuff.
I see. Okay, so it's just that is it. This is it. After this is done, that's final.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a logical answer. I would go with that. As I say, I've never died and come back myself, obviously, and no one else. Even Houdini said.
Ever notice people who say they've come back?
Right.
They were always like Cleopatra or Queen Elizabeth. They were never just Joe Blow or, some slave or something. They were always some famous person. It's stupid.
Strong point. Very strong point you have. I understand where you're coming from, yes.
All right, Paul.
Yes. Great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Let's say hello here to Jim on the Tom Leykis show.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
All right, Jim.
Hey, I got a couple of quick questions. One is, what is your difference between an agnostic and an atheist? And the second question is... agnostics are the bisexuals of the religious world. They can't commit.
They're not one thing or the other. To me, you know what? Take a goddamn stand. You're an atheist or you're not. I got a problem with agnostics.
All right, I hear you. Hey, the other question is, in a hypothetical world, if you were married to a Catholic woman or a Jewish woman, doesn't really matter, a woman who's of one religious belief, she wanted to raise the children that way, what would your stance be? Would you?
Well, I don't have children, and I really didn't plan on having children, so...
hypothetically.
Hypothetically, will put it this way. I would not attend religious services at all.
You wouldn't have much of a problem with how the children are raised, as long as they're not like Scientologists or some other crap.
Well, you know, I've never really thought about having children all these years, so it's not even anything I've considered. All I can say is that, as far as I have been with women who are religious, my girlfriend, for example, is Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll never see me inside a religious ritual. I did not attend my own parents' funerals for that reason.
Gotcha. All right, cool. I appreciate a couple of seconds.
All right, Jim. Thank you. Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Ken on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing today?
All right, Ken.
Good. Listen, got a question for you. I know you said that the agnostics are like they can't decide. But let me ask you this. Just like the Christians believe that they can prove that there's a God, and they know that for sure there's a God, and they're positive, how do you know for sure that there is not a God?
I don't know for sure there's not a God. I just believe there is not a God.
But as an atheist, I mean, wouldn't it be better to be an agnostic? That way you've got all the bases covered?
No, because that's like, you know what? That's like the people who go to Vegas and bet on the red and the black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, life is not the red and the black. You are one thing or the other as far as I'm concerned. You either believe or you don't, and saying you're an agnostic is being a pussy. You know what? Pick one.
Right. I got another question for you. As far as you say you wouldn't have in God we trust on the coins and what have you, I mean, what's the difference? I mean, how does that affect you if it's on there? If you don't believe in it, who cares?
Well, because, first of all, we have something in this country called separation of church and state.
I understand.
So you're allowed to believe what you want, but the government should not be putting its official stamp on any belief.
I realize that, but as far as you're concerned, I mean, how would it affect you? You probably wouldn't care, right?
I do. I care about it being on money because it gives the impression that the government has officially sanctioned God as the official deity of the United States.
Okay. Well, they're just kind of betting on the come. I mean, if you're going to bet on something.
Well, you know what? Leave that to individuals. I don't want the government betting on anything.
Okay, Tom. Thanks a lot. Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Since we're on the subject, can you take me out Kurt Warner style?
Kurt Warner style.
After the Super Bowl?
Of course I can.
Thank you, Jesus!
1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Brian, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. It's Ask the Atheist. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Pretty good.
I was considering the possibility of getting into Scientology, but, I don't even know if that's qualified as a religion, but you being an atheist, I was wondering what your views were on it.
I have a real problem with Scientology. Because my view of Scientology, and it's only an opinion protected by the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, is that it's essentially a money machine. It is a money-generating organization. It is the one and only belief system that I know of that copyrights its scripture so that you can't quote it and then debate it in public. If you attempt to read from the scripture of Scientology, they sue you.
Ah. See, I didn't know that.
They do not, in my opinion, want there to be open debate on the merits of Scientology. Why would you want to belong to such an organization?
All right. Well,
I'm asking you a question. No. Did you hear my question?
No.
Why would you want to belong to such an organization?
Oh, it's not really deep-seated or anything.
Why would you even consider it?
I'm not religious, for one.
So why would you consider joining that organization? If you're not religious, why do you need to become a member of that?
Well, there was an interest in it, and
why?
I had started some reading.
But again, why?
That's a good question.
So you don't even know why. The brainwashing has already begun.
Right.
I'm serious, Brian.
No, I don't. You're exactly right. I don't have
If you don't have a good reason for doing something, don't do it.
No, there was just an interest in it.
You know what? I'm interested in lots of things. I'm interested in the history of the Holocaust, okay? But I'm not going to go out and turn people into lampshades.
Right.
All right? Just because I have an interest in something doesn't mean I'm joining up.
All right.
All right? So if you have an interest in it, go ahead, read Dianetics if you must. But come on. Why in the world would you agree to give 10% of your income to that?
Sure.
Why would you do it?
I wouldn't.
Well, then, you know what? Stay out of those personality tests and those personality centers. Stay out of there.
Right.
You're not hearing me. Stay out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
dude, I got a problem with religion, but Scientology I've really got problems with.
All right. I just wanted to know how you stood on it.
I stand right on top of it.
All right, Tom.
All right, Brian.
Thanks.
Thank you. Jesus. I don't know. I'm just interested. That's all. I'm just interested. Holy cow. No wonder these organizations make so much money. People like that. If you become a Scientologist, you got to fork over 10% of everything you make. Like presumably Tom Cruise does, for example. Mike on the Tom Leykis show. It's Ask the Atheist. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Tom. Quick question. Have you or any of your friends, anybody you know, ever experienced a ghost or anything of that sort?
I've heard people talk about this, but I really don't believe they have any evidence to back it up.
Okay, I was just curious because I know people of the same sort they have, and I believe what they say.
Why do you believe what they say? Maybe they're insane.
No, they're close friends.
The fact that they're close friends doesn't mean that they're not insane. And it doesn't mean that just because they believe they saw something doesn't mean they did.
I'm aware of what you're saying, but...
Let's see the evidence.
That just brings up a whole other discussion.
Do you ever ask for the evidence? What's the evidence?
There is no evidence.
That's exactly right.
You have to take somebody's word for it, and that's all it is.
That's what religion is, too. Same deal.
Well, thank you.
All right, there you go. To Ask the Atheist, I am your resident atheist. If you have questions for this atheist, you call me here toll-free at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's 1-800-5800-866. You can also email it. blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
And 1-800-5800-TOM. Thank you for tuning in. It's Ask the Atheist. I am an atheist. On this show, I am the atheist. Joey, hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Joey.
All right. Hey, listen, Tom, I respect you tremendously, and I was actually wondering what was your take on UFOs and whether or not some of the technology that we have now is based on maybe something of another world.
No, I don't think so. It doesn't mean I don't think there could be life on other planets. Could be, might be, don't see any evidence of. UFOs are, of course, unidentified flying objects. They're unidentified. That could be anything. It could be something the Pentagon is launching. Many so-called UFOs turned out to be the stealth fighter, for example.
Correct.
So, have you ever noticed that the UFOs never land at the Super Bowl or the World Series or Times Square on New Year's Eve? They always land at a cornfield somewhere where the IQ is 25. I'll tell you what, when a UFO lands at the Super Bowl, you get back to me.
All right, Tom. Listen, you know what? I just want to once again say, man, you're the man. I respect you so much, Tom. And blow me up like we're going to blow up Saddam.
All right, Joey, here you go. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Matt on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
All right.
Just started listening to your show. Just got it on the radio here.
Thank you.
Got a question for you. Claiming to be an atheist, what is the reasoning behind you using a word like goddamn?
It's just a common phrase that's used. I was at a delicatessen in Burbank not long ago called Pinocchio's on Riverside Drive.
Yep.
There is no Pinocchio, but I went to Pinocchio's.
Yeah, well, just when you
why call it Pinocchio's if there's no such person?
Well, when you use any type of swear or curse word, it's usually to emphasize something.
Well, again, you are calling it a swear word or a curse word.
Yeah.
The fact is, the word God is not a curse word. And the word damn is not a curse word. And, in fact, what is a curse word?
But to damn a god, which is what goddamn is, you would.
It's just a phrase.
There is a god.
One day I went to the supermarket and I asked if they had Peter Pan peanut butter.
Yeah.
Is there a Peter Pan?
Does
Peter make the peanut butter himself?
No.
All right.
No, that's just.
We use all kinds of names for things that don't really exist in this society all the time.
And then also, I believe
you ever talk to somebody about the Sandman coming? Like they tell your kids to go to sleep, and the Sandman is going to come. You ever tell them that? You ever hear the song "Enter Sandman"?
Oh, yeah, Metallica's great.
Oh, is there a Sandman?
No.
Well, we talk about the Sandman all the time.
True.
Even though there's no Sandman.
True.
I can give you a list a mile long of non-existent people we talk about all the time. How many women are waiting for Mr. Right? Who's that?
That's a good point.
How about Prince Charming? Has he ever come?
No, but
oh, amazing! So what? There are a number of fictional characters whose names we commonly use.
But goddamn is a phrase where it's
I'm waiting for Prince Charming to come.
Yeah.
That's a phrase.
It is a phrase.
Does Prince Charming ever come? Is there such a person as Prince Charming?
You got me. I'm not.
There we go. So God is one of the many fictional characters we have worked into the vernacular.
Yes. Well, yes. Some people believe, and as atheists,
some people believe Prince Charming is coming too.
Right. But let me ask one other question or comment. I believe it's Christianity that gives 10% to their religion. I don't know.
Oh, it's not just Christianity. Mormonism.
I didn't know if it was necessarily. You talked about Scientology. I don't know if necessarily all religions are 10% or not.
No, all are not, but Scientology, I believe, is.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. I just know it was started by Christianity. Where they
what was Scientology?
Christianity.
Oh, you mean tithing?
Yes.
I'm not even certain of that.
The 10%.
In fact, I tend to believe Judaism probably preceded it.
I don't know. I thought.
Let's face it. Without Judaism, you would not have Christianity.
Yeah, true. So I believe it was coming from the Christians where they stated you should give 10%.
Well, what does it matter?
It doesn't matter. I was just saying that it not necessarily applies to all religions.
And no one said it did.
Well, you were talking about Scientology. I didn't know if it did or not. Just
all I commented on was Scientology.
Yes. And you're sure it applies to Scientology?
I what?
You're sure it applies to Scientology?
I said I believe it does. Am I sure? I'm not sure of anything.
That's true.
Yeah, pick up an encyclopedia.
Yep.
All right, thanks. What do you think this is, 411? Come on. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Scott on the cell phone on Ask the Atheist. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
All right, Scott.
Hey, a question for you. First of all, I agree with everything I've ever heard you say.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to you for about 5 years, except for I don't understand how you can call yourself an atheist.
Very simply, I don't believe in any supreme being.
Do you believe that to be a fact, that there's a supreme being?
I don't believe that I know enough. I do believe that there's no God.
You believe that, but you don't know that for a fact.
I don't know anything for a fact. All I know is what's in front of my hand.
So that brings about my question. An atheist would be one who does not know.
I don't think it... No, unlike an agnostic, I don't think it's possible or likely.
Right. Which is
agnostics do believe that. I don't.
I look at myself as an agnostic simply because of the fact that...
No, you do that hoping to spare yourself. You're hoping to get a lighter sentence when you instead of going to hell if there is a God. You're hoping by saying you're an agnostic, you'll just do 20 years in jail and then you'll get out.
Not even close.
All right, we lost you there. Don't know what happened there. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Alfredo on the Tom Leykis Show. It's Ask the Atheist. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how you doing, buddy?
Okay.
Okay, man, I don't have nothing against you, okay? I love girls.
Very nice of you.
You like girls and everything, but the only thing I don't like about you is that you don't believe in God.
Why do you have a problem with that? Why do you care what I believe? Why does it matter to you?
Okay, listen to me, and then you speak, okay?
Oh, no. Don't tell me how to stop right there. Don't tell me how to do the show.
Okay.
I've been doing it for a long time, a lot longer than you've been doing radio.
I know.
And I will determine the rules of engagement on this program. If you don't like it, you send the tape and resume in, and you get a talk show.
All right, then, boss.
All right? I'm the boss. I am the expert here.
You're the jefe.
Remember, exactly. You remember who the caller is. Remember who the host is.
All right, then.
The host makes the rules.
All right.
You are here at my behest.
Okay. This is what I want to tell you. Okay, you don't believe in God, but who do you think, okay, you came out of your mother, okay, but who do you think made you in your mother's womb? You just...
My mother and my father.
Okay, but somebody had to form you in your mother's womb. Somebody formed your little arms, your little face.
No. Making a human being is not like making a watch. I'm sorry. It's just not.
No. Come on, there is a God, and
prove it.
Look, I like your show.
Prove it.
Oh, prove it. Pray to a God.
No. Prove it. Not good enough, pal. I'm asking you, the believer, to prove it.
Oh, read the Bible.
No. The Bible doesn't prove anything. The Bible is a very flowery, fictional work written by men. I'm asking for absolute, hard evidence.
Okay, I can't.
You can't provide any. That's right. Because what you are talking about is a belief, not a fact.
Okay.
A fact can be proven.
Okay.
You can't prove this.
Okay, yes, but God...
So you believe in it, but you can't prove it.
Having faith.
But again, that's not a fact. Faith is not a fact. It is a belief.
Okay, but so you think that the world just made itself just...
I don't know, but you see, I wouldn't make up some stupid fairy tale to explain what I don't understand, like you did.
No, I believe in a God because there's a God, man. There's somebody that had...
You don't, but the point is, I don't know how the earth was created, and you don't either, and people like you have made up a story to explain it.
No, look, if somebody created the woman's a beautiful being, right? Their body, everything.
Really? Why is it illegal for them to be naked in the United States?
It's not legal.
If it's so beautiful. Why not?
Oh, no, but I'm telling you, somebody created that woman.
Oh.
And whoever created it.
Wow. Well, that says you. Prove it.
What's that?
Prove it.
Oh, I can't prove it.
Then don't tell me. Look, I'll tell you what. You see, the difference between you and me, I'm not trying to get you to believe what I believe, okay? I don't care if you believe what I believe. I don't care what you believe. But you can't accept the fact that someone has different beliefs from you. And so you are trying to tell me something is a fact when it's not a fact. It is what you believe.
Man, you're good.
You have no proof of what you're saying. None.
Oh,
when you have hard evidence, scientific evidence, and that the Bible is not scientific, it is a work of fiction. When you have hard evidence, you call me back.
Okay, let me tell you, even these...
Admit you don't have any tonight, though.
Even these terrorists, they believe in God, even that...
yeah, that's great, too. If you ever... I'll tell you what, you're not making a very good argument for religion by saying that the terrorists believe in God. That's great. You know, if vaporizing the World Trade Center is part of believing in God, I'm glad I'm an atheist, and I'm glad you're on the other side. I'll tell you what. There's something to be proud of. The terrorists believe in God, so you're on their side. Good.
No.
No. You just lumped yourself in with Al-Qaeda and all the other terrorists of the world.
No.
There you go. You know what? You're right. That's what religion is all about.
Everything.
Not vaporizing the World Trade Center and 4,000 people in it. That's what religion is all about. They did it in the name of God.
You know what?
Thanks a lot.
Hey.
Yeah? Sounds like you ran out of gas there, pal. Tom Leykis Show. It's Ask the Atheist. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Rob on a cell phone. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
All right, Rob.
Hey, I'm a new caller. I'm a new listener, in fact, for about 2 weeks now, and I think it's a great subject. But I just wondered, who are you? Not Tom Leykis, who are you, but who are you as a human being to say there is no God?
Well, who are you to say there is one?
I'm not saying there is one.
All right. Well, there you go. I mean, it is my belief. I'm not telling you what to believe. It is my belief.
But just, as human beings, I think there is a spiritual side to us.
That's what you believe. That is your belief.
That's true. And
it is not my belief.
Right. What were your parents' religious beliefs?
My father did not appear to observe a religion, nor did he ever talk about it. My mother was raised Catholic and tried to ram that down my throat, and I never believed in it.
I'm sorry. And then, I do feel we get this all secondhand information. You know, people tell us, just like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, and it's up to us as adults to figure it out for ourselves. And I'm standing on
you know what? I personally believe that people should have their own opportunity to explore this and not be brainwashed as children.
Yes, I agree. And if another thing is if these Al Qaeda guys are doing the stuff they're doing because they want to get to their idea of heaven, and then we're fighting them or going to fight them, heaven's going to be overpacked with a bunch of crazy zealots. It seems like to me.
Well, there you go. That gives you an idea. If that's the kind of people in heaven, I'll tell you what, I'm happy to be an atheist. Send me to hell, baby.
All right. Can you blow me up?
Of course I can. The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Ask the Atheist. Mike on a cell phone. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how's it hanging?
Hanging right, Mike.
Yeah, beautiful. I got a quick question. When you got married, did they not have a ceremony and all that stuff, or did you get married through the court system?
Last time I got married with a judge who was a listener to the radio show.
Now, the other marriages prior to this one, did they not say, you know, and by the power invested in me, in part of their speech?
By the state.
Oh, I see. But none of the other marriages had that type of ceremony?
No.
Oh, did you make your own vows or anything like that?
No.
So
but there were no references to God, deities, higher powers, almighties, or anything like that.
Oh, that's great then. Can you just take me out with a bong hit?
Here you go, Mike.
No cost.
It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. This is Matt on the cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom, how you doing?
All right, Matt.
Good. Hey, Tom, I am a born-again Christian, and that being said, I do respect your position as an atheist.
Great.
And you seem to really like to look at things scientifically, and I just got a question. I just want to know how you explain the origin of matter or the origin of the universe.
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
No.
That one question alone, and being a law of science that you cannot create or destroy matter, is one reason for my belief in Christianity and a creator.
It has nothing to. Your belief has nothing to do with science.
No, and you know what? There are a lot of times there is not scientific basis for some of the things in Christianity.
But that's my point. These are stories that were invented by men to fill in gaps where gaps existed.
Well, I mean and I respect your believing that, but it does answer a lot of things spiritually within a person.
Well, that's the idea of it. It's to answer questions that, in reality, you have no factual basis for answering.
But so you believe that there is no spiritual need for a higher power within an individual or within.
I don't know what people feel like they need. In fact, it was probably created because people believed they needed it, but it doesn't mean it's true.
I disagree with you, Tom, but I do respect.
You know, children need to believe Santa Claus is coming with a bag of toys every Christmas. That doesn't mean he really exists. Thanks a lot for the call, Matt. I appreciate it.
The Tom Leykis Show.
K-O-T-K. Write us, the Tom Leykis Show. Post Office Box 4455. Hollywood, California, 90078. Email us. Their email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Call our comment line. The number is area code 310-842-9592 from Los Angeles. It's the Tom Leykis Show.